So elected leaders on the right have officially come up with their newest justification for why they refuse to release the files related to Epstein. And their newest justification is, predictably, both a lie and falsely lays the blame at the feet of the left. Unfortunately, their newest justification is also a lot more clever than many of the ones they've tried before. The reason I say it's clever is they are now bogging their justification down in so much nerdy procedural information and nonsense that it makes it nearly impossible for the average American to even understand what they're saying, much less understand that they are being lied to. So I want to quickly explain what their newest justification is and why it is a lie to hopefully not only help you understand, but also give you the information that you need to help the people in your own life understand. So yesterday, Representative Tim Burchett, a Republican from Tennessee, brought forth a motion for unanimous consent for the release of the Epstein files. And on the surface, that definitely makes it seem like Burchett was actually trying to get these files released, right? Unfortunately, he was not. Immediately after Burchett brought forth his motion, it was outright rejected by leaders in Congress. Like, they didn't even consider it. And that is because Burchett did not follow any of the procedural steps that members of Congress have to follow in order to have a motion considered. Typically, most motions end up going through some series of steps that involves first being brought before a smaller group until eventually it comes up to the full Congress. The reason those procedural steps are there and are so important is to help keep Congress as streamlined and efficient as possible, which I recognize is ironic because they are absolutely neither of those things at this point. Burchett did not follow any of those steps. I think intentionally did not follow any of those steps. And as a result, leadership in Congress said, we're not considering this motion. Everything, the motion being brought, the motion being rejected, all of it happened within the Republican Party. Despite that, here's how Representative Burchett talked about that motion being rejected immediately afterward.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett. I tried to make them release the Epstein files, and I was blocked by the Democrats.
So despite the fact that it was only Republicans involved, and despite the fact that it was Representative Burchett's own fault that he didn't follow those steps, he still wants the American people, and his party wants the American people to believe that somehow that is magically all the Democrats' fault. That's just not the truth. It is blatantly a lie. And I think it's pretty likely that we are going to start seeing Republican leadership weaponizing the process of Congress even more in order to keep slow walking this and delay. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. And anytime that I see that they are using civic knowledge like this against the American people to try and disguise their lies, I'll make another video and explain to you what the actual truth is. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if this is something you'd like to keep seeing me do. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, y'all.